hey, let's talk about this is 2 drinks, and we've had 1. Good. This might be a 3-drink episode. Goodness. What you got over there? What's the other thing you're sipping on?
So I have some Buffalo Trace bourbon.
Nice.
This is a rare occasion for me.
Now, if you had to put that on a shelf, which shelf?
It's the right at about chest level shelf.
Chest level shelf. Nice.
It would cost me $30 for a decent sized thing of it.
Okay, so not a walking around bourbon.
I'm used to going in the liquor store and spending about $13.
Yeah.
Right? On the same size as I bought today.
Get that Evan Williams green
That's right,
hanging
the
out in the
Evan
back of my
Williams
bar.
So I went into Mickey Finn's today. I walked in. Things just felt weird. I looked around. I was like, what's going on? So I go up to the guy. He's like stocking some stuff in the back. And I'm like, what's different? I just looked at him. He looked at me.
Did you get a haircut?
It was sincerely one of those moments where you can't quite... Like, you go in a place, you're a regular at a place, we'll call it a regular, and you go in and something is different from when all the other times you've been in there.
Yeah.
And I said, something's off. What's different? He said, we got a new floor. I looked down. Sure enough, there was a whole new floor.
New floor day. Tile or wood? Linoleum? No.
Oh, it was like it was a really cool, like, wood pattern. Excuse me. I had a little silent burp. I think it was probably one of those fake wood things.
Laminate?
Yeah, a laminate type of pattern. Real classy looking. I think they opened everything up. This liquor store, I'm pretty intimately familiar with the layout of this liquor store. This is the only one I go to. And they opened everything up. Everything feels more like open concept, if you will, if you watch House Hunters.
So is it still like, I mean, the walls are lined. Is it still like rows in the middle?
Everything's still the same. Everything just feels slightly like expanded a little.
Nice.
So, and me and this guy had a conversation. I was like, how long did this take? You know, because like, I'm interested in the logistics behind that. Like, are you closed for a business day?
That's what I was thinking, because they have so much product on the floor. They have to get all of that. You're talking about the floor. You've got to get it all out. Yeah. It's got to move. And then you have to put it all back in.
That's right. And he said it took about a day. And my jaw dropped.
Oh, God.
Y'all put in some work.
He was like, they were huffing it.
He was like, yeah, don't look at that section over there. That's still a work in progress. Like that kind of thing. I looked over there. It looked fine. I don't know what he's talking about. They got it going on. But they were like, yeah, we like moved some stuff Wednesday and they came in like Thursday and we had it all back by Friday. And I'm like, dang, man, y'all. He was like, we just had to leave some stuff for the weekend because we don't know what's going on. I'm like, that's cool. Hey, more power to you. Good job. So I went over to the shelf. And now you're in this situation where I don't know if you feel like this. Like this happens to me with coffee shops sometimes, where I go in, they kind of know me. I do the back and forth talking thing, and now I feel like I'm a regular. Yeah. So I walk over to the shelf, and I'm like, I can't just spend my like measly little $13 in here. I'm a regular.
You can't stoop down to the floor and pick up your usual purchase.
Like
dust it off.
I came in here and made conversation with these dudes. Yeah. So there's like a personal connection type of thing going on. I'm like, I might need to step it up just a little bit today, just to like support these guys. Yeah. Make it seem like I'm like a contributing member of this, whatever this is.
You are a contributor.
Exactly. So I was like, all right, let me look, and I just kind of scan the shelves. There's so many bourbons. Holy moly!
We'll get into that in a minute. I love liquor stores. I love them. I love them. There's so much, like all the different colors, and it's just when you go into a liquor store, that is the most. It's all packaging.
Yeah, it is.
And it's glass, so it's beautiful packaging.
It really is.
And it's just like it's a work of art because everything's arranged by color. So it's just a spectrum when you go in there. You start, your whites are all over here, and then your browns, and then you got the middle is lined with all the different liqueurs and like mixers and
the wild shit,
cordials and stuff like that. So it's just packaging galore. I love it. It's my favorite thing.
The shapes of the bottles, the colors of the labels, everything. The color of the liquids, like you said, it's everything. And so I looked at the Buffalo Trace. I had heard someone say Buffalo Trace before. You know how
I think I might know who you heard say it.
Yeah, like you know how word of mouth works in advertising. It's like I fully bought a McFlurry the other day because I saw a McDonald's arch. Like, okay, that's off topic, but
yeah,
it works. I mean, I feel like I'm like an advertising savvy kind of guy. Mm-hmm. It still works on me too. But so I grabbed the Buffalo Trace. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna splurge a little bit today. So I grab it.
Yes.
Come home. I drink a little bit of it. I'm like, it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know. The jury's still out on whether or not it's worth literally at my, by my calculations, twice as much money for the same amount of bourbon.
Well, I can tell you this. So I've got 2 in my little shelf right now. I have the Evan Williams Green Label, which is arguably the lowest tier you can go.
That's right.
But it's good if you splash a Coke in it or if you're splashing a ginger ale around.
That's right.
And then I have the Woodford Reserve.
That's right.
So I have those 2. But I haven't been touching the Woodford. I like to keep that because I want to have it around.
It's special.
Yeah. And so I've been drinking on the Evan Williams, but then the other night I had a small glass of the Woodford, and night and day difference. Night and day, just in feel. Like when you take that Evan Williams, and you bring it, you swish it around in your mouth, you just take that diesel fuel and just move it on your tongue, and then you take it to the back of your throat, and it's like eating a hot wing. It's just like, good God,
it is. It is.
But that Woodford is it's so smooth. It almost tastes of like honey. It's like I can just taste a note of honey in there when I drink that.
Ooh, boy,
night and day difference.
Yeah, there is a difference. I will agree.
And I can appreciate both. Like, they have their place.
That's right.
Because I'm not going to just knock that Woodford around for every day. Like, we had a cookout. Right. We had a cookout the other day, and I was making drinks for people, and I'm not touching that. You're not getting my Woodford.
That's
not
right.
Not to go with a brat that I pulled off the grill.
Yeah. That's not what that night's about.
Exactly. And there are nights for it, and I'll gladly give it to my guest. Clearly,
of course,
you know me. I'm a
You're
hospitable dude.
You're a very generous host.
But that's not what this is. A PBR and Evan Williams day.
That's right.
Like
this
it's
is
not
my
a
favorite
Woodford
days.
day. It's some of the better days that I've had.
All that to say, I'm drinking.
What a journey! What a journey we've been on.
A Blenheim ginger ale and the Buffalo Trace bourbon. That's it, with an ice cube.
You got a quality bourbon. You needed to mix it with a quality ginger ale. Now let's take a minute to shout out to our sponsor, Blenheim Ginger Ale, manufactured right there in Blenheim, South Carolina, just a few short miles up the road from our recording studio. They're not an official sponsor, but they will be.
They will be.
They will be.
Shouts out to Blenheim. Thank you very much. You make a quality product.
If you happen to be an out-of-state listener, I don't know what to tell you. If you can get your hands on Blenheim Ginger Ale, it's something you really want. It's something you want to do.
It's got a spice to it. Ginger.
Yeah.
As a thing is
it's one of the spicier roots.
It's got a kick. It's a spicy root. Root spice, scary spice, sporty spice, root spice.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yes,
we're trying. But they make a hot version.
Oh
boy.
And it's. God.
That hot version, it will rival the kick that you get from a bourbon.
Yeah. It's a real
alcohol.
It's real. It's good. Oh, I love it. I love it so. That's not what I have.
And I'll kick the soccer ball over to you. What are you sipping on?
I'm also having a spicy beverage, but a different spicy root.
Hit me.
I am taking down. All right. For all of our audio only listeners, I have the copper mug. Of course I have the copper mug. I wouldn't make a Moscow Mule not in the copper mug.
Of course, it is.
But all of our our YouTube watchers on, okay, I'm sorry. It's in a mason jar. It's the fanciest thing I could get a hold of. But I'm having a Moscow Mule not in a copper mug. I'm sorry.
Nobody say anything. Don't add us.
Don't. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's good though.
I'll do a little edit.
I'm a ginger beer fan, man. I like it.
In the edit, I'll put a little copper mug over the top of the
copper mug emoji.
There you go. Is there one?
Of course.
Of course there is.
There's an emoji for everything.
So we've got a Moscow Mule. For those not acquainted with a Moscow Mule, what is that?
Vodka, ginger beer, lime juice.
So okay.
A little splash of lime, not a lot of lime.
Little splash. So kind of the base of each of our drink is ginger. right?
Yeah. No, yeah, because you have the ginger ale and I have the ginger beer. So we're both gingering it out.
So this is a ginger kind of night. And the hair, we'll say the hair, the beard. This is a ginger night.
We should call it the Two Gingers podcast.